Natalie Phillips, a participant on The Bachelor Season 29, and leading man Grant Ellis have already formed a deep bond, but will they get engaged in the end? Grant, a 31-year-old day trader originally from Newark, New Jersey, currently lives in Houston, Texas. After premiere night, 2 group dates, and a one-on-one date, he has reduced his original group of 25 contestants to 14, with Natalie being one of the ladies who has a chance to capture his heart. The Bachelor Season 29 contestant Natalie is a 25-year-old student pursuing her PhD in child psychology. She is originally from Seattle, Washington, but currently resides in Louisville, Kentucky. Natalie impressed Grant during the basketball game group date in episode 2 because despite her lack of athletic ability, she was fantastic with the children, who were there to teach the women how to play basketball, particularly one little girl who she assisted when she felt winded. During their one-on-one time, Grant kissed Natalie and later awarded her the group date rose. But will she win his final rose at the end? Natalie brought Grant some anxiety stones during her limousine entrance on the premiere night of The Bachelor Season 29, which he loved significantly. He also enjoyed it when, during their one-on-one time, she gave him a breathing exercise that she teaches her patients, instructing them to smell the flowers and blow out their birthday candles. Natalie has been a consistent calming influence for Grant all season. Natalie and Grant spent their one-on-one time on The Bachelor Season 29, basketball group date discussing how much they want children and how they would most likely be sports. Grant stated in his confessional that he appreciated how comfortable she was with the children during the game and that it was very important to him. They then kissed, and Grant informed the cameras that Natalie would make an excellent wife and mother. He talked about their connection and intensity, and he loved it. Later in the date, as Grant handed out the group date rose, he mentioned to the women that the date was about the kids for him, as well as seeing someone in a situation where their future would eventually lie. Grant then asked Natalie if she would take the group date rose, and she agreed. Although Natalie and Grant appear to be getting closer, they do not get engaged at the end of The Bachelor Season 29. According to Reality Steve, Natalie earned a Baham rose at the 3rd rose ceremony, indicating that Grant had chosen her as one of his top 10 ladies. After that, Grant and the women drove to Madrid, Spain, where Natalie took part in a group date in which 8 of the women dressed as matadors and rode a mechanical bull. Unfortunately, Natalie's bachelor experience came to an end when Grant said goodbye to her during the 4th rose ceremony. According to Reality Steve, Grant proposed to Juliana in the Dominican Republic at the end of his season, and they are now engaged. Lydia Gar was his runner-up, with Zoe McGrady taking 3rd and Dina Lupancu 4th. The last 4 women were given hometown dates, during which Grant met their families. Juliana's was held on October 11, 2024 in Massachusetts, followed by Zoe's on October 13th in New York. On October 15th, Grant traveled to Lydia's hometown in Wyoming, followed by Dina's on October 17th in Chicago, Illinois. Grant said goodbye to Dina after his hometown dates, so he dragged Zoe, Lydia, and Juliana with him to the Dominican Republic for his overnight fantasy suite dates. After those dates, Grant sent Zoe home and chose Lydia and Juliana as his final 2 women. Lydia ended up becoming Grant's runner-up when Grant proposed to Juliana. The Bachelor's Grant Ellis holds a red rose with the competitors lined up. The Bachelor S29 featuring Grant Ellis has already taken viewers on a wild roller coaster after only 2 episodes. Are some of the female producers recruited to create drama? Grant said farewell to Natalie quite early in the season, which is unexpected given how close they appeared to be. She had a unique ability to quiet and center him, and she was not embroiled in the drama that erupted among some of the women. Natalie is already a Bachelor Nation fan favorite, so she'll undoubtedly appear again, possibly as a participant in Bachelor in Paradise Season 10. However, Natalie would be an excellent choice for The Bachelorette Season 22. Whatever happens, next, Natalie hopes to find the love she seeks and deserves very soon. As the journey on The Bachelor Season 29 continued, Grant Ellis and Natalie Phillips' connection only grew deeper, captivating both viewers and fellow contestants alike. Their bond, characterized by genuine warmth and thoughtful conversations, seemed destined for a fairy tale ending. But as love stories often go, unexpected twists lay ahead, following the basketball group date where Natalie showcased her nurturing spirit. She and Grant shared another significant moment during a cocktail party. Grant sought Natalie out amid the crowd of glamorous women. They escaped to a quiet corner of the mansion's garden, illuminated by twinkling fairy lights. "How are you holding up?" Grant asked, his brown eyes filled with concern. "Better now," Natalie replied with a smile, her anxiety stone subtly tucked in her palm. Grant chuckled, recalling her thoughtful limousine entrance on premiere night. "Those stones might be magic. You're always so calming to be around." Natalie blushed. "It's just part of what I do, helping people find their center." As the conversation flowed, Grant shared more about his childhood in Newark and his dreams of building a family. Natalie spoke about her PhD journey and her passion for helping children overcome emotional challenges. Their connection deepened further when Grant leaned in and kissed Natalie, sealing the moment with undeniable chemistry. The Bachelor entourage's move to Madrid marked a turning point in the season. The vibrant city became the backdrop for new adventures and intensified emotions. Natalie found herself on a group date where the women dressed as matadors and attempted to ride a mechanical bull. Despite the playful chaos, Natalie maintained her composure, earning admiration from both Grant and the other contestants. During the evening portion of the date, Grant pulled Natalie aside once again. "Madrid suits you," Grant said, his voice warm. Natalie laughed. "I think I'll stick to my day job, though. Mechanical bull riding isn't in my future." Grant grinned. "You're fearless, though. That's one of the things I love about you." The word love hung in the air, though neither of them acknowledged it directly. The fourth rose ceremony, a heartbreaking goodbye. Despite their strong connection, the fourth rose ceremony brought heartbreak. As Grant handed out roses, the tension was palpable. When Natalie's name wasn't called, a wave of disbelief washed over both the contestants and viewers. Grant walked Natalie to the waiting car, his expression heavy with regret. "This is the hardest decision I've made," Grant admitted. "You're incredible, Natalie. I know you'll find the love you deserve." Natalie, holding back tears, managed a brave smile. "Thank you for everything, Grant. I hope you find your happiness, too." As the car pulled away, Natalie's voiceover reflected her emotions. "It hurts to say goodbye, but I'm grateful for the experience. Grant is an amazing person, and I wish him the best." Natalie's departure from the show didn't mark the end of her journey. She returned to Louisville to resume her PhD studies, but found herself at the center of Bachelor Nation's attention. Social media buzzed with calls for Natalie to be the next Bachelorette. In interviews, Natalie remained gracious. "I went on The Bachelor hoping to find love, and while it didn't work out with Grant, I learned so much about myself. I'm open to whatever comes next." Grant's final choice. As the season progressed, Grant's journey led him to the Dominican Republic, where he proposed to Juliana amid breathtaking tropical scenery. Their engagement brought joy to many viewers, but Natalie's absence was still felt. Months later, Natalie received a call that would change her life. The producers of The Bachelorette offered her the coveted role as the leading lady for season 22. After thoughtful consideration, Natalie accepted. "I'm ready to find my person," Natalie declared in the promotional trailer. Love is worth taking a chance on. The season premiere of The Bachelorette showcased Natalie's journey from heartbreak to hope. Her authenticity and compassion won over contestants and viewers alike. As the finale of The Bachelorette approached, Natalie stood before two incredible men. Her heart led her to choose Daniel, a kind-hearted architect from Portland, Oregon. "Daniel, you've shown me what true love looks like," Natalie said, her voice trembling with emotion. "I can't imagine my future without you," Daniel beamed. "Natalie, you've changed my life. I promise to love and support you always." As Daniel slipped a stunning engagement ring onto Natalie's finger, cheers erupted from the gathered crowd. Natalie's journey had come full circle, proving that love often finds us when we least expect it. Natalie and Daniel's love story became one of Bachelor Nation's most cherished tales. They built a life together filled with laughter, adventure, and a shared passion for helping others. Looking back on her journey, Natalie reflected, "Every step led me to where I'm meant to be. Love is always worth the journey." The Bachelor Season 29 promised drama, romance, and twists that no one saw coming. With the charming and sophisticated Grant Ellis as the leading man, viewers were captivated from the first rose ceremony. But the big question on everyone's mind was, would Natalie Phillips, the witty, down-to-earth marketing executive from Portland, walk away with the final rose and Grant's heart? Grant Ellis, a 34-year-old luxury travel entrepreneur from Austin, Texas, was introduced as the new bachelor during a dazzling premiere. His tall frame, rugged good looks, and magnetic smile immediately set hearts racing. With a penchant for adventure and a past filled with high-profile relationships, Grant was seeking a genuine connection beyond the glamorous facade of his jet-setting lifestyle. Enter Natalie Phillips. With her radiant smile, effortless charm, and infectious laugh, Natalie made an unforgettable first impression. Clad in a sleek emerald green gown that highlighted her striking features, she confidently approached Grant with a playful introduction. "I've traveled across the country for a chance to meet you, but don't worry. I didn't need a first-class ticket to know you're worth it." Grant's laughter was immediate, and a spark ignited. From the very first cocktail party, Natalie stood out. Unlike some of the other contestants who vied for attention with elaborate stunts and rehearsed lines, Natalie was refreshingly authentic. She spoke candidly about her career, love for the outdoors, and the close bond she shared with her family. Grant was drawn to her grounded nature and quick wit. Their first one-on-one date took them to a scenic vineyard in Napa Valley, where they bonded over a shared love for good wine and meaningful conversation. Natalie opened up about past heartbreaks and her desire to find someone who valued loyalty and honesty. Grant, in turn, shared his struggles with balancing career success and personal fulfillment. By the end of the date, it was clear to viewers that Natalie had secured a special place in Grant's heart. Their chemistry was undeniable, and the first rose was hers. As the season progressed, Natalie continued to shine. Whether it was during group dates, where she demonstrated both competitiveness and grace, or intimate moments stolen away from the cameras, her connection with Grant deepened. However, the journey was not without its challenges. Tensions ran high in the mansion, with some contestants accusing Natalie of being too calculated. Jealousy brewed as Grant's affections for her became increasingly evident. The drama reached a boiling point during a group date in Costa Rica, where one contestant, Amanda, confronted Natalie, accusing her of playing the game too well. Natalie, never one to back down, handled the confrontation with poise. "I'm here for Grant, just like everyone else," she asserted. "If being genuine makes me a threat, then so be it." Grant, overhearing the exchange, was visibly impressed. by Natalie's composure and pulled her aside to reaffirm his feelings. Hometown dates brought both joy and anxiety. Grant visited Natalie's family in Portland, where he was warmly welcomed. Her parents, high school sweethearts who had been married for over 30 years, were the epitome of relationship goals. Natalie's father, a retired firefighter, was protective but respectful, asking Grant tough questions about his intentions. Grant's sincerity won over the Phillips family. By the end of the visit, Natalie's mother whispered to her daughter, "He's a keeper." As the season neared its conclusion, only 3 women remained. Natalie, Brianna, a charismatic fashion designer from Los Angeles, and Kelsey, a sweet-natured nurse from Chicago. Each had formed a strong bond with Grant, but his connection with Natalie was unmatched. Fantasy suite dates brought moments of vulnerability and passion. Natalie and Grant spent the night in a luxurious villa overlooking the ocean. Away from the cameras, they delved into conversations about their future, where they would live, how they envisioned their lives together, and their shared dreams. Grant's choice seemed clear, but Bachelor finales are never without their twists. On a picturesque beach in Maui, the stage was set for the final rose ceremony. Natalie, dressed in an elegant white gown that flowed gracefully in the breeze, stood nervously as Grant approached. His speech was heartfelt. "Natalie, from the moment I met you, I felt something special. You've shown me what it means to be truly seen and loved for who I am. I've found my partner, my equal, and my best friend in you." Tears welled up in Natalie's eyes as Grant reached into his pocket and revealed a stunning diamond ring. "Will you marry me?" he asked, his voice steady but filled with emotion. Without hesitation, Natalie replied, "Yes, 1,000 times yes." Cheers erupted from the crew as Grant slipped the ring onto Natalie's finger. Their kiss was passionate, sealing their commitment to each other. Following the finale, Natalie and Grant navigated the complexities of a public relationship. The media frenzy was intense, with tabloids speculating about every aspect of their lives. However, the couple remained steadfast, focusing on building a life together away from the spotlight.